No problem.
Right, so it's recording now. So, hello everyone, I'm Diane, and here with me today is Kieran Williams. And Kieran came to me for hypnotherapy with a presenting problem. So Kieran's really kindly let me do a video testimonial, which is very kind of you. So just going to ask you why you had hypnotherapy, what your experience was like, etc., and how your life's been since then. So had you been hypnotized before by anyone else, Kieran?
No, actually this was my first ever experience with any type of hypnotherapy, so it was very new for me. It was like the first time I'd ever had any kind of experience with that.
And was you nervous? Did you?
Yeah, at first I didn't really know what to expect because when you hear the word hypnosis or hypnotherapy, it could be a multitude of different things. It's sometimes a scary thought, I'd say at first, but it was soon kind of apparent when we were doing the session that actually it wasn't quite what was in my head. Like sometimes you kind of think, especially if you're already might be struggling with things, it can be, you can sort of get to your head like, oh, is this, should I be doing this? Is this the right thing to do? So I did have a couple of thoughts like that, I think, initially. But I think my expectations of it were, I'd say, a lot different from what it actually was, in a good way, of course.
That's good. I think a lot of people kind of think of stage hypnosis, which is different, probably.
Yeah. If
they're not aware that much of hypnosis or know about it. So So how did it help you? Did it help you initially, or sometimes there can be delayed reactions? It can happen a little while after, it could happen a week, 2 weeks, whatever. So what was your experience after you had our session?
I think
did it was you did it sort of not cure, but did it help you eliminate your presenting problem?
It did, yeah. I think from the first sessions that we had, it was a gradual thing in the beginning. So it took a little bit of time initially to, I think, get used to the process. And sometimes that can just be not necessarily a problem. Sometimes it could be just, I guess, a reaction to the process, because it's something obviously new that you're opening yourself up to. So I think that initial stage was not a slow process, but I think afterwards, because I know we did sessions where we were able to go home and listen to certain audio and listen back to certain things, and doing that process, I think over time it really helped to actually give them effect. So it got into your system in a way where it was like you're actually remembering that correct way of thinking. If it was, like in my case, if it was a way of adjusting my kind of thought process on certain situations. And I think that really helped me, and my mindset grew stronger over that period of time as well, which is great. I feel like, since then I've really kind of developed a more positive outlook on the situations that I was dealing with at the time. I've managed to consistently keep that mindset, so that same situation doesn't happen again in the future. And it really has helped me to sort of, be a stronger person, I think, mentally, I would say.
I forgot about the recordings, because it was a while ago, wasn't it? Was it 3 years ago? something
I
like
think it was. Yeah,
that?
yeah. It was just before. Was it just before COVID, or was it just after? Like
No, it was before.
before. Yeah. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
um,
just gone so quick. But I
it
forgot
has.
about the recordings as well. And yeah, like you saying, they help. When you think about it, I think it's like when you learn something or you've listened to something or you've read a book and that, and sometimes you try and remember things, but life happens and it's easy to forget because everything happens and you forget what, you know, sort of the process and what what you should do and how it can help you, because that can just be all washed away by everyday living again. And then, but then if you've got
Yeah.
something there to remind you, oh yeah, you kind of go back to it. It's like, I suppose it's like having a coach, isn't it? It's like going to the gym. You just kind of
Yeah.
drift. If you've got the trainer there, you think, oh, I've got to go training, and you kind of get back into it, don't you?
Absolutely. Yeah. It's
Sure.
that kind of mindset of repetition is the best way to sort of train yourself to believe
Yeah.
a certain way, like a certain thing. So if you're, of course, like what we did, if you're trying to change a certain part of your mindset, and or if there's anything that you want particularly change, I think that was the best thing that came from it, was that kind of initial telling yourself what you actually want to do. And the more that you're doing that, it will reflect on the rest of your life. Like you will start to see results
Mm,
once you tell yourself actually what it is you want to change. So
mm.
I think that process and going through that with you was one of the best things that I could have done at the time, definitely. So yeah, that was very, very helpful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you definitely changed, didn't you? Your life dramatically changed, didn't it?
Mm.
For you.
Yeah, very much.
So since since seeing me, since the hypnotherapy, I know your life changed immediately, really, didn't it? So what are you doing?
Yeah.
What was you
Well,
doing before, and then what are you doing now?
so yeah, before I was working in for a security company. I was actually working for my dad.
Yeah,
Um, and I'd been doing that for a few years, but it you know when you can tell that something doesn't resonate with you, so when something isn't meant for you. So for a while I did realize that doing the security was really getting me down. There was lots of aspects of it that were not really working out. So um so after we'd had our sessions and I took action on it, which was me focusing on the job that I really wanted to do, which is my photography. So photography is something I've, of course, been very passionate about for, I think, around 12, 13 years now, actually. So quite a long time. But since I took that step from leaving the security company and just going full in on focusing on that work that I wanted to be doing. So working for like since I've been working for hotels, like doing photography for hotels in the UK and also abroad. Um, I'm actually at a hotel right now. Funnily enough, I'm at one of the places right now. And also with it's helped me to travel and see the world as well, which is one of the things that I would not have been able to have done if I was still in that situation, that way I was feeling, that kind of mentality of feeling lost and stuck, but not knowing how to get out. And yeah, now it's of course always going to be, there's going to be times where you get more work than other times, but on the whole, uh, I'm still doing it now. I've really made a lot of progress since then, and I've not looked back. And yeah, it's been such an incredible journey. I managed to do some of my bucket list things along the way, like traveling around Europe for 2 months and going to Asia. I was in Asia for 7 months. So I spent a lot of time there, just learning lots of new things. And from there, it really kind of sent me on this journey of just mental growth, spiritual growth, and yeah, just having that, maintaining that same positive mindset. So yeah, really has helped
Yeah,
a
it's
lot.
amazing because you're not only, because I think when you said, it was getting you down, you weren't happy, you wasn't living your passion, was you? You wasn't living the life that you really wanted to, like a lot of
No.
us. We're not sort of living, it's a means to an end, what we're
Yeah,
doing, a lot of people. And, what they'd love to do, sometimes they think they can't realise that dream. But you have,
yeah,
and your income is doing photography for hotels, some of it, isn't it?
yeah. So some of it's been for
There's other
hotels.
businesses, other companies I know you do their products for social media and stuff, don't you?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like
Like the
a,
hotel you're in, you do the photography and for their website or to promote them?
yeah. So this is for, yeah, both their website and social media. So I just spend a lot of time reaching out to, say, like a set number of hotels in a certain area, and then just trying to work out a deal. And then if there's one that gets back to me, then I've kind of, it's like a barter agreement in with the ones that I do when I'm abroad. So in exchange for just like a few photos and things, I get in
Brilliant,
exchange
isn't it?
the
Yeah,
ability to
where
travel
you
and
go
see
and
the island.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So that's always a nice thing. And I think that's one thing I've realized as well, is that you kind of, you can't put a price on, experiences and experience in the world, and money ultimately, even though we need it, having this like ability to be able to still travel and get these kind of deals for a lot less than what I would be paying if, say, I was booking a holiday.
mm,
It's really just it's made me appreciate, I think, that the steps I've taken for me to get here, this would never have happened if I hadn't taken them steps. So that's one thing that's kind of really put that in my head, that if you think about what would have happened, say, if I didn't take them steps, and I did just, I was too worried to take the initial steps of leaving a full-time secure job that was paying the bills, and go, rather than going on to something I actually wanted to do. If I didn't take that risk, I would never be in the position now where I've done all these things. And sometimes I think when you take them risks and you do the things you want to do because you have a lot more positive energy inside you, that kind of shows and people see it. And
mm.
there's something that happens where it things start to go in your favor because you're open to it. And I do feel that, and I can, firsthand say that that's what's been happening. It's a really kind of surreal feeling initially, but it really does work. And it's all just about shifting your mindset into a more positive
Yeah.
state.
I was just going to say that it shifted it, and so you're attracting different things. Then going
Yeah.
round in that, like that hamster wheel of life,
Yeah.
you've been unhappy, and you changed so quickly. You've done amazing. You just didn't you? You just changed so quickly. For anyone watching, how you was it wasn't something easy for you, was it, to do,
Oh
really? It
no.
wasn't
No.
something
At the
easy.
time.
You know,
Yeah, at the
you've
time it's, I think,
done well, it just changed, but it wasn't easy for you.
no. And I
The
think
way
it's
you
like
changed was like immediate.
yeah. Yeah, I think as well, sometimes when you just sometimes it could just be that one thing that's said to you, or that
Yeah,
one word said to you, and something can just click, it can just
yeah,
resonate with you, like, yeah, that's what I need to do.
yeah,
And you do
yeah,
it. And
yeah,
yeah, there is a lot more
yeah,
uh yeah, it really broadens your mind. That's how I can put it. My mind's a lot clearer and a lot more broadened than what it was
yeah,
prior to doing hypnotherapy
yeah,
as well. And yeah,
yeah.
so
So if anyone
absolutely.
wants, if any hotels are watching, or anyone wants to get in contact with you, you're in Instagram, aren't you? Kieran
On
Vision.
Instagram, Kieran Visuals on Instagram, and that's where most of my work is. And you can also reach me on my email as well. That's where my main contact is, which is
Hello,
uh,
Kieran.
hello@kieranvisuals.co.uk.
Well, I'll put that
Um,
in. I'll put that below as well. So
thank you. No,
I thought your Instagram was isn't one Travels, Kieran Travels.
yeah, so Kieran Travels is actually a new thing I've started, actually, with that goes alongside the photography. So that's the vlogging now. So
Oh,
while I've been
okay.
traveling, I've
Oh,
been
okay.
documenting my travels.
Oh, yeah, the Kieran Visuals is your photography work, isn't it?
Yeah,
Which is
and
amazing.
actually it's been going really well. It's actually been earning me some money as well, funnily
That's
enough.
good.
So
That's brilliant.
that's been great.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it's just kind of, it's a nice, it was initially just a thing I wanted to do, just to kind of show my journey, because where I am passionate about the traveling, it's just been something I was doing along the way to kind
yeah,
of show, you know, that journey. So
yeah.
yeah,
Your photography is brilliant. Yeah,
thank you.
always
Thank you.
are. So, and yeah, so you know, you've done amazing, and I'm really proud of you. And thank you for doing this testimonial, and wishing you
Thank
all
you
the
for having me.
best.
Yeah, and thank you for being, I guess, my guide through the process as well, because um I've, yeah, obviously really benefited from it, and I highly recommend anyone who is looking for, if you're struggling with anything, it can literally be anything at all. There is going to be a way um to shift your mindset into a better place, because that's just how, this is just how the process works. You really can just sort of let go of anything that's been bothering you. There was numerous things that were actually bothering me over the course of mine and Diane's conversations, and over that process, just trusting in the process and really just kind of letting go and taking them scary steps can really just let you be more free in the areas that you want to be free in. So
Brilliant, thank you. Well,
no
thank you,
worries.
Kieran. Thanks for coming on. And if anyone wants to
No
get in
problem.
touch, I'll leave the links below. Thanks, Kieran.
Thank you very
Bye.
much. Bye.
Bye.